Hey there, welcome to Elements in Focus. I'm Grant Soliven, Manager of Advisor Operations. With me always, Director of Financial Planning, Aaron Rheaume. He's such a stud, isn't he, guys? Well, as we go into Elements in Focus, so we gotta have a little fun, Aaron, right? Gotta make a little human aspect to it. But for those of you who've been with us for a long time, you know the drill, Elements in Focus, going into the 5 critical elements. And today we're gonna focus specifically on risk management and life happens. And we've actually had quite a few questions come on through about the types of long-term care. There's a lot of individuals and families thinking about, hey, what should I get? Should I get it? What types are there? And so today we want to cover the types of coverage because it's not as simple as we'd like to think. And Aaron, so kind of looking at the types of long-term care, what are there? And what should people be really thinking about when looking at the types?
Yeah, Grant, with that question, immediately 4 things came to mind. And I'll walk through those briefly, and then we'll go back and touch on each one. So when you're considering long-term care insurance, there's really 4 things that we can look at. 1, you can self-insure, so you've got enough assets to cover the cost. 2, you can look at a traditional long-term care policy. 3, there's hybrid policies that have life insurance and long-term care built into it. Or 4, you can spend down your assets and go on to Medicaid. And so really, in my opinion, those are the 4 different options. The first is self-insurance. So if you have enough assets, you can kind of make projections on what we think long-term care will cost in the future, and you can self-insure that way. The traditional form of long-term care is actually going to an insurance company and going through the underwriting process of having a long-term care policy. Now, those are all designed differently. You have elimination periods on those where you could have 90 days or 180 days or 365 days. That's essentially your deductible. So for that 90-day period, you may be paying out of pocket, or that 180-day period, you may be paying out of pocket for that care. And then it depends on term. So how long do you want that coverage to last? Do you want it to last for a year, 3 years, 5 years? So there's many different variables that you can design inside of a traditional long-term care policy. The third thing is the hybrid policy, and that's where you use life insurance with a long-term care option. And one of 2 things happens. So if you prematurely pass away, that life insurance death benefits paid out to your beneficiaries. However, if there's a situation to where you need long-term care coverage, it uses that death benefit to be able to provide against any sort of long-term care. So for example, let's say we purchase a $300,000 life insurance with a long-term care coverage policy. Generally, how they work is they give you 2% of the death benefit, so you would get $6,000 a month for a period of 50 months to cover any coverage. What happens if you were to pass away maybe a year into that coverage? Well, if there's remaining life insurance, that's paid out as a death benefit. And then the last thing is spending down assets to go on Medicaid. That's traditionally not the route that we're looking to do. And so usually we're saying, okay, can we self-insure, or do we put the other 2 types of protection in place? So anything else you want to add?
Yeah, thank you, Aaron. So just one other thing, too. We've had families come in and ask about Medicaid look-back trust or trust planning to protect assets. That's a very sticky situation because you have to talk about irrevocable trusts, losing control. It's not as easy as some people make it sound to be. It's very complicated planning. Good point. And so if that's something you're looking into as well, because maybe you can't get the policies from a medical background, but you want to protect assets, please schedule a complimentary meeting. We don't want to have you get stuck in putting something in place that's not for your benefit.
Yeah, a lot of times those are, attorneys or someone selling those types of trust. And so not that they're bad, you just have to be careful.
You just have to be careful. And same with purchasing the policies too, because we would love to kind of walk that situation with you. If that's a question you have, please reach out to us, 800-928-4001. You can hit us up with a question, talk to FEG@yourlifeafterwork.com, or you can even go and get more resources that we put. We've had other videos we've done on this topic, other articles, lots of content we've created around some of these things. You can find that all on the resource page at yourlifeafterwork.com. So thank you for spending time with us today. Hope you got a little golden nugget, and we'll see you in the next one.